What's up, Steelers Nation? The Observers are back. I'm Chris, joined by Grant and Smo. What's up, boys?
What's up, dude?
Yeah, long time no see.
Yeah.
It's been when we do this May 12th, the schedule one.
Yeah,
Wow. It's a month off. Not much has happened.
2 months.
Yeah, so we didn't miss much Steeler talk, but we had to get back in. Camp's coming up in 2 weeks. And we had a little weekend behind us. I'll let Chris tell what his events there.
Oh, man, you're going to let me tell this story. Well,
It was your
so,
weekend.
It's
Tell him
you, it's all
why.
about you.
Yeah.
so
We're losing it. We have an observer on the move.
yeah, Coach Tomlin said things where you never want to seek comfort. So, as we told you in episode 1, live in Baltimore now,
This.
and we're going to move. I'm moving to Dallas. So,
Enemy territory.
oh, man, going to get,
Cowboy Observer coming.
yeah, never that. I'm going to go down there and spread the word. Maybe convert some. They're a little delusional now and there, so be able to help them out. But so to get to the weekend, we had our first Observers Golf event. Grant and I went out for a round, and he had mentioned something. He was like, "Yeah, your surprise isn't here. It'll be back. It'll be here whenever the round's over." I was like, "Huh? What are you talking about?" So we get to the course, and he was like, "Hey, help me out. Get the bags. I'll go pay." And then, we're golfing, having a normal round. I'm getting crushed. And then we're on what, the fifth hole?
Mm-hmm.
And then here comes
And
the
the
marshal.
surprise rolls in.
Here comes the marshal with another cart. And Grant's like, there's the surprise. I was like, wait, who is that? And I look a little bit harder, and then boom, here's Smo, who flew up from Florida for our first round of Observers Golf. When I tell you, I couldn't have been more surprised or just excited. It was a pretty cool moment. Say that. So thanks, boys.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that was
dude.
quite the we thought of that Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to come up Friday night and weather didn't cooperate. So he flew up Friday, Saturday morning.
Woke up at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
to get ready.
And then we
go to
had
the
ourselves a
airport.
day and a night. We kicked it off. Little Vegas pregame. But we got a good show today. We're going to start off a little different than we usually do. We usually do the 4 downs first. We're going to do those last. I can't wait to get to this. We're going to go through some, a lot of the sports books released their gambling props. And we're going to go through some over-unders, some Steeler bets, some odds, and just talk about and see what we think. And there's one bet I teased this earlier that I have to put everything I own on. I think there's no way that what they're saying. I can't believe it's even on here.
I need to
So
hear
we'll
it.
get to that. But okay, let me pull it up here. So we'll start with the North. I wanted to say this. One thing makes me nervous is like we're consistently at the bottom of all of these things. Like, what does Vegas see? Like, we're constantly thinking we're going to be so much better. Why does nobody else think like Vegas has no skin in the game? They have us terrible odds in everything. I don't understand. We are plus 470 to finish last in the division. Goes Bengals, Ravens, Browns, Steelers. This happened this was what it was last year, roughly. But I just don't understand what they see in these other teams. What do you guys think?
I think it's the flash. So people see Kenny hasn't established himself as a flashy QB yet. They've only seen bits and pieces, and what they saw was, must be frank, kind of boring, except for the late minute drives.
Yeah.
So they see, it's all about flashy offenses. We're not
How
quite
do they
there
not
yet.
think we're going to get any better?
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't understand is, I guess they don't see us getting better, and two, like typically betting is there's a lot of betting that's like in past behavior, and like the Browns are usually always finishing last at the very least. Like, just didn't we beat the Vegas odds and wins? Didn't they have us at 8-5,
We
8.5?
beat it. We beat it by one game last year.
Yeah, so I feel like all else fails, you can
Which
just
is a
bank
good.
on us being better than the Browns. The Browns is the Browns.
I don't see what they think the Ravens do that much better than us.
To me, it's, if I had to sum it up, delirium. because when has Lamar played well against us? And for that matter, you look at Joe, he's a great quarterback. Yeah, sure. But he gives us the ball quite a bit. And, we were in a shootout with them last year, that second game, TJ's first game back. And we had a shot at that one. The offense is coming together. We made huge improvements to the picket fence. It's been fortified. So I see us running over
plus
people.
470 is a solid, throw a little bit on. I don't know if we'll win the division, but there's no way we're going to finish last. I just can't see that.
Yeah, I don't see last.
All right. Win totals, same thing. 8.5 this year. Chris has us at what? 14-3. So he's putting everything he has on over.
I feel like that's a conservative number.
They got the Bengals the Browns at 9.5, Ravens at 10.5, and the Bengals at 11.5, and they got us at 8.5. Over under.
I'll take the over on the wins.
I took the over last year.
I took it last year, and I think we're a better team this year.
Definitely over.
I know, and I feel like our schedule's even easier. Plus 146 to make the playoffs. That's not bad. Plus money. I mean, some teams are going to fall out that were in it last year, and we almost snuck in. I mean, we didn't belong, but
yeah, I think we sneak in.
You're starting to see those analysts talk about us. Like the herd, Collins,
he put
the
us
one
in.
that I listen to. Yeah, he has us over the Ravens. So there are people that are starting to come around. It's just like they've been stuck in this narrative. They talk about our offensive line like we refuse to invest in it, in which we have the last.
We got
years.
like 25 offensive line, I think.
Yeah.
This was one that shocked me. I think I told you this on Saturday. It was Pickett's touchdowns. 17.5. That's barely, that's one a game, almost a little more than one a game. What do you think they got Lamar at?
On passing touchdowns?
Yeah.
21.5.
Higher.
Huh.
25?
23.5.
What's he normally do?
Gets hurt, plays half a season. Burrow 32.5, probably. Watson 24.5. Maybe. I don't know.
Lamar's thrown.
George's still out on him, right?
Lamar's thrown 36, 26, 16, 17.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's barely playing last.
Yeah, he's got to play. Yeah.
This one's going to piss Chris off. Najee's Najee's total yards. What do you got it at? It's over under 900.5.
It's over.
Yeah, he's over. We're going to impose our will.
He's been over the first 2 years. He was over last year, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. Line's better. He's healthy. Do they just have no faith in Canada? Like all these numbers are so low, and I'm on board with hating him. So
dude, that's maybe I'm just not good at betting, but he ran for over 1,000 yards last year while being hurt.
I know, but I think he's going to split carries this year more.
He's not going to split them that much. Like, let's be real here.
He's still the workhorse. For anyone that thinks that Jaylen Warren could go in and do what Najee does, like to be the focal point of the offense.
No one's going to, he's not going to do what he does, but he's going to take touches from him.
He's going to take touches from him, but Najee is also not going to be getting hit in the backfield. And that's one of our downs. We're going to get to Najee here soon.
All right, we got to keep going. I got a lot of these. All right, what do you think his over under touchdowns are?
For
Najee's?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Just rushing?
Yep.
6.5.
Bingo, dude. Nice.
I'm taking
6.5.
I'm taking over.
Over?
Yeah.
I could see that. I feel like that might be high.
Man,
what's average?
He was 7-7 both years.
So I feel like we'll throw a lot in the red zone. Fucking jet sweeps every 2 or 3 plays. DJ and Pickens have the same total passing yards. 775.5.
They
both have that?
Yep.
DJ is hitting that for sure.
What did he have last year? Huh?
I said one of them's going to get over 1,000.
Deontay last year had 882. They both hit that over last year.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why they're so low. Pickens,
don't-
they don't even have a touchdowns for Deontay. They don't have a. He's not even on the board.
Over under 0.5.
Yeah, right. Pickens over under 4.5 touchdowns.
He had 4 last year.
He'll be over. Vegas is crazy.
Dude, Chris, you got to get on here.
When we go out there, I should. It's been Grant's rant. Should I do one? Like, for the love of Pete.
Here's a few. TJ for Defensive Player of the Year plus 800. Tomlin, Coach of the Year plus 2,000. Steelers Super Bowl plus 4,500. That's like Ravens are 1,800, Bengals are 1,000, Browns are 2,800. All right, I got a couple more. TJ, this is actually minus money. I found this hard to believe. This feels really high to me. Is TJ to record 15 or more sacks? That feels like it's minus 140.
15 or more.
That's a lot. And
I
he's
mean,
the one that doesn't play all year.
Yeah.
Shoot, if Baltimore's scorekeeper doesn't rob him of one, he had what, 23 and a half?
I mean, he's only gone over 15 and a half that 1 year.
All right, drum roll this here. This is
the
my
one?
lock of the freaking year. Pittsburgh Steelers to score 1 or more touchdowns in every regular season game. Plus 220. How is that so high? How do we not? I looked it up. We did it. We did it. 2 of the last 3 years had a touchdown every game. Last year, Buffalo beat us 38-3. But I looked at the schedule. Maybe week 1, the Niners shut us out. I'd be shocked.
Absolutely not.
Maybe you get into one of these bad weather games with the Ravens, like 10-9 final.
They lost Calais Campbell. We're going to run over them.
But dude, 1 touchdown a game at plus 220. What do you think? I mean, that feels like a mistake. I had to bet it today. I'm putting more on it when we hang up. I might move the line.
I think when we go to Vegas, I'm going to have to give them a piece of my mind because they're crazy for this.
Yeah, I'm looking at the God. I mean, just looking at they're probably looking at, they're still just looking at last year, not thinking anything's going to improve. Because I mean, if you do look at last year, yeah, there's the one game we didn't score a touchdown. But then there's both the Ravens and Raiders. We didn't score a touchdown until however many seconds were left in the fourth quarter.
That's true.
There's 2 games where you'd have been sweating it for sure.
Yeah, but I think we're better.
I do too. I'm just saying that's what they're looking at.
We've got a lot more playmakers.
All right, well, as much as you can put in, let's make a pot and we'll just like put thousands on.
All right.
Najee to score 10 plus rushing touchdowns plus 250.
10 plus.
That's high.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd pull that off.
You said plus 250, but didn't you have another one at like 6.5?
Yeah, these are special regular season specials.
Okay. That's interesting though.
Steelers to beat the Browns on the road and at home plus 270. Don't know about that one.
Yeah, I feel like they could split with every North team.
Kenny Pickett to score 5 rushing touchdowns.
5?
I feel like he'll be sneaking. QB sneaks, draws.
How many did he rush for last year?
How many did he? You have it?
3.
3. He only played half the year.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
And then the last 2 are Steelers to score 1 or more passing touchdowns in every regular season game, or 1 or more rushing touchdowns in every regular season game.
Yeah.
I mean those are plus 5,000 or plus 9,000. Like $100 wins 10 grand.
It's money to be made out there. Before we get off of it, I just got I have to say this. So I was at the pool at the gym that I go to. It's a nice little scene, and I had a Cowboys fan even say to me, he's like, "I've been considering putting money on y'all to win the Super Bowl because these people they see it."
I mean, it's good. It's good, like betting. Like that's a good value. I guess you could say because I mean 4,000. And I got all these lines off of FanDuel, but I mean, throw something on. Some of these are really like I can't tell you how much. I still have like 2 months to bet that touchdown thing. I might bet that over and over again.
I imagine,
but that's all I got.
Games.
That's my gambling cave. Quick story on the Vegas tickets. We've been looking to make money gambling on free plays, free bets from all the gambling sites.
Because that's what we did last year.
That's how we got to Atlanta. Vegas is like double that. So we slung a free play on Saturday. Mets money line, terrible, skunked. Then we hit it again. We ran it back with under in the Royals game, which hit. So we still got our funds. Baseball, what are we on? All-Star break, so it wouldn't let me bet the home run derby tonight. So we'll have to wait till Friday. Okay, 4 downs. Go ahead.
All right, let's kick it off with OTA minicamp review. Those took place in what was that, late June? Finished up like a week or so ago. So just kind of looking at a couple articles in terms of, I know we read some headlines and stories that came out, but who were the winners, the losers? Now, granted, this is barely football without pads, just freakish athletes running around, trying to make a name for themselves. I'll list, I'm looking at Steelers now specifically at this point, who they're calling their top 5 winners: Darnell Washington, Marcus Golden, Alfonso Graham, Dan Moore Jr., and Levi Wallace.
Shocked to hear about Dan Moore, but it's better to not hear. I mean, I didn't hear anybody's loser, so that's good. Usually they love to crush some of them.
Yeah,
they're terrible, but
there was good notes repeatedly about Corey Trice.
Yep.
Yeah, that's who I was going to bring up. Our avatar corners. We may have gotten our corners of the future in the same draft.
I love that Alfonso Graham picture of him calling and story of him calling on Minka, and then just a screenshot of him being exploded.
Yeah, so he's an undrafted free agent, but he's a running back too, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So he's trying to do what Jalen Warren did.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which is fine. I
think it's Dan Moore, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's fighting for his job.
Yeah.
What do we think of what do we think of what's the guy's name? Kevin? The other guard.
Dotson. Oh, he's gone.
They said that he just seems aloof, like, yeah, I mean, I'm here.
Is his first name Kevin? Why did I think it was Kevin? Is it
Kevin Dotson?
Yeah. Bomb.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna start a do-rag line after the league.
Yeah,
he better have the best waves, man.
Relegated to backup duty for sure.
All right, cool. Was that first down? Was that all first down?
Yeah, okay. Second down. What are the top remaining needs? We know the Steelers typically sling a trade, pick up a veteran, cut someone, and grab someone off the scrap heap before the season starts.
I think it has to be inside linebacker.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we've had virtually none for the past couple of years. I mean, I like Holcomb. Tackle machine is all you hear, but like, man, we need somebody like Shazier or
you don't get those guys off the scrap heap.
Who's the one we got from the Dolphins though?
Roberts.
There's a Landon Roberts. Yeah, there's that picture of him. Didn't he blow up Nick Chubb? Like, was that last year?
Yeah,
he did that. So we've got some people that'll get out there, be physical, things like that. I know we need a third running back, so there's a competition going on for that. And then I'm never gonna I think
we don't need one. We got one on the team.
We got a couple competing for it, but getting somebody solid in that number 3 spot, and I'm never going to say we have enough edge rushers.
Yeah.
Golden.
What's up with Highsmith? Is he getting money this year?
I bet he eventually does. Yeah.
He's hold in guy.
Yeah. Who do I keep hearing? I mean, it's Caboli or someone when they're on the radio. It might be Fittipaldo. He's typically nicer about it. Just when there's a player that wants to stay and the team publicly comments that they want to keep them, it typically always happens.
Really? Not with
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell. Just saying.
Did he ever really
Well,
say he wanted to
Le'Veon
stay?
Bell,
PTSD there. What? He
well,
said he
Le'Veon
did.
Bell even said that he left on some petty stuff. And are we going this? Because I feel like that Bell topic is a good transition in the third down.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
So there was a story that came out about, it's looking likely that the Steelers will pick up Najee Harris's 5th-year option. And I'll just tell you, I won't say what the site is, but I've been at war in these comment sections.
I hate that you're
Najee.
a comment guy. That's insane.
Listen, I would.
You're so petty.
Najee, any of them. Petty, I'm not the one sitting here being like, oh, Mr. 3.9 yards per carry whenever he's getting hit in the backfield.
He did play with a metal shoe last year.
He did that, and then the offensive line was porous. Our offense was more predictable than the damn calendar. So what do you expect? Everybody knows he was going to get the ball.
And, I mean, you saw the plays being called.
And he still went over 1,000 yards.
Right.
And then people will be like, oh, he had 17 games to do
Not
so.
this
Man,
year, though.
Shut up.
901. That's all we need.
The 5th year's getting picked up. I mean, let's be.
Has he been here 5 years already?
No, this is his 3rd year. Why are we? I don't even understand why it was a story.
There's a certain point. I don't know the specifics, but there is a certain point where you have to decide whether or not you're picking up that option, and it does happen
year 3.
quite early. I think it's at the end of year 3.
He's a number one round.
The option's getting picked up.
The
Question is whether or
Devin
not he
Bush.
gets a deal, which he's probably not. But you're going to always pick up the option, especially if it's a running back that you could run into the ground for cheap.
Yeah, he was talking about the way that running backs have been treated. It's going to be interesting to see because Saquon Barkley is sitting there waiting on a deal after Daniel Jones got paid $40 million a year. Yikes.
That was Daniel Jones?
Yeah.
QBs, man. Danny Dimes.
I don't hate him.
My buddy always says, because he hit a top speed faster than what Lamar Jackson has. So he swears that Danny Dimes is faster than Lamar, which I find to be hilarious.
And then stats don't lie, right, stat boy?
What were their 40 times?
I don't know. But 40 mil, that's a lot for Daniel Jones. Najee, I feel like he's the most disrespected or underappreciated Steeler right now because the guy had to take on a lot. Ben's last year, he was a statue. Offensive line is porous, and you knew he was getting the ball. It's kind of hard to be successful when everybody knows what you're going to do. But he still made it happen.
He did last year. Like there was a point where, and I guess he was hurt. He didn't look like he did the year before. Like everybody was like, "What the hell is going on with this guy?" He was missing holes, missing.
The real question
Remember,
is,
he was running into like the tackles, like he wouldn't pound the ball.
Has
Tomlin and then all of a sudden he just switched.
Has Tomlin learned not to play him in the preseason?
Oh God, dude, we better not be playing these guys in preseason.
Yeah, I mean, come on,
freak.
Well,
especially TJ.
When we were at camp last year, remember he wasn't really. He was just doing footwork drills. I don't even think he had a shoe on whenever he was doing this.
He got hurt the first day.
I know. I think Spillane stepped on him.
I won't say anything.
You have his jersey.
There was something I wanted to talk about on second down. It was money. What's our money situation?
No one really ever knows, dude. There's money to be had if we need it.
All right.
I think if you look at like those websites, I think the last I saw there was like 8 or 10 million, but that didn't account for like any rookies that still needed to be signed. And they can always restructure someone. They can cut. There's a lot of guys they can cut. Like I mean, if you actually go through like some of the articles about predicting the 53 man, cut Gunner and clear up some money.
Oh,
There's a lot of guys that can be ditched, and
yeah.
you can
All
find
right.
some stuff under the
Remember we were-
cushions.
We were talking about restructuring Cam. There was like chatter about that.
Are you guys
Or-
like? What do you think of Cam? Like, I feel like he's sensitive on social media. Like
He is at times.
like he's just letting all these like, dude, we get it. Like, you're not getting disrespected. We know you're good, but like, you don't have to whine and put like big Instagram blogs about it.
I just
I
hope he
understand
uses
that.
it as motivation and just
Yeah, but he could do that on his own. It just
assault
looks
Joe
like
Burrow.
a little bit cryish to me. Crying Cam. Sorry, Cam. I mean, I love Cam, but like, come on. All right, fourth down.
I'm gonna send this to him. Fourth down.
That's what I was gonna.
That's it.
He's gonna never.
Here's the
coming on
thing.
now.
We every year teams got holes and we sign people to fill those up. And just by judging on who we sign, we typically think, all right, yeah, we knocked it out of the park. We addressed the needs. There's always someone that ends up not working out.
Right.
So I know we ran through our grades a couple episodes ago about how's Omar doing. We were all kind of favorable. That being said, of the signings, they're all not going to work out.
No.
So of those, and I'm talking like people who are going to play meaningful downs. So say Amalu, Keanu Neal, and DeMonte Casey, Pat Pete, Holcomb.
Well, why don't you read through
Roberts.
them? Read through them, and we'll.
I'm going to say these ones. Here's your
Okay.
options. Say
Okay.
Amalu.
No chance bust. I mean, there's no chance.
I think, the only thing that could happen with him is he gets hurt. If he's playing, he's going to be solid.
It's not his fault.
Yeah.
And I won't hear anything else on him.
Yeah, I think he's gonna kill it.
Casey.
Do we count Casey as a free agent signing? Because we had him
he's
last year.
going to have a bigger role, but with Edmonds being gone.
I mean, he was a ball hawk, so I hope he continues that.
I don't know.
I just think he'll be fine. I don't think he'll be a bust. I think they'll deploy him and Keanu Neal in ways
I
to
could
make
see
them
Neal
successful.
being a bust.
I just don't think he'll play that much to be a bust. I think they're going to
Feels
ask him to
old to
do
me.
minimal things.
I'll tell you the bust. I think it's the next guy you're going to say.
Pat Pete.
I got a bad feeling about him. I think
No
he'll
way.
be better on the team than on the field. If that makes sense.
Completely disagree.
I think he will be so valuable in the locker room, on the team, but these guys, when they get old at corner, like, I don't know what kind of corner they're going to make him play, but they get crushed, embarrassed. We can't have that.
He's not going to be that guy that is lining up against Jamar Chase or T. Higgins. He's not going to be. They're going to.
Does he switch sides? I don't even know. Is he like a side guy, or does he have one side?
The plan is to have him all over the field, and with him being crafty, what he'll be able to do is change things up and confuse quarterbacks.
Not when he's 5 yards behind Zay Flowers. He's not catching him.
But you have to think about this. One, Lamar, the accuracy of the throws.
Well, let's say Lamar hits
where we're
him.
going.
Let's say he's hot.
But then let's talk about the pass rush, in which seems to get home. We make Lamar Jackson's life hell each and every. He's throwing the ball to us more than he has into the end zone.
Let's sub that out for T. Higgins then. Like, I don't see him. I don't know.
What if he gets to play? What if he's playing underneath? You know what I mean? And just getting into a passing lane.
All right.
He's not necessarily going to have that responsibility. I see Pat Pete just being a crafty veteran that is able to create confusion and continue to create chaos. You got to understand.
How old is he?
He gives it 34, I think.
How old's Hayden?
When he was playing?
Yeah. Or today.
Hayden's last year with us, he was 32.
And he looked like a freaking statue, dude. They were burning his ass.
But are you thinking about what Pat Pete did last year?
He was 32 last year, so he'll be 33 this year.
He was a bright spot on a terrible Vikings defense. He had like 5 picks.
Yeah.
You got to understand, the Steelers led the league in interceptions last year. It's no reason to think that we don't continue to create
I'm just
chaos.
nervous. I'm just nervous on him.
Someone that's not listed here is Shannon Sullivan. That
I don't know who that is.
he's supposed to be our slot corner. That's one I'm like, between he and Neal, to me.
We need another Holton.
Hilton.
Shit. Hilton.
Yeah. Well, we had one. We let him go.
We had Hilton.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was bad.
Is he still in
I
Cincy?
think the next guy
Yeah.
is unless he gets hurt, he's going to be blue collar, lunch pail guy, Holcomb, know what you get, bang, tackles. I don't know how he's in coverage, but he can't be worse than Bush. So there's
He
that.
did have 2 picks in 2021, one that he returned for a touchdown and 7 pass breakups.
Awesome.
Spillane had
But
a
he's
pick
just got to
six
be
on-
healthy.
Spillane had a pick 6 on Lamar Jackson. Just going to say that
Dude, you're obsessed with him.
For my Baltimore fans. No, I just love the fact that he did it to Lamar. Just
Roberts
We need him to be Vince Williams. I think he'll be fine.
and Golden.
They need someone to be the third outside rusher. That's been a major issue the last 2-3 years. So I mean,
since Bud left.
I
I
don't.
can't believe they didn't bring him back. He visited. Wonder why he didn't come back. Oh, because he wanted a 1-year deal. They won't do 1-year deals.
He wanted a bigger role. They do 1 year. I mean, they did a 1 year with Ogunjobi last year.
Did they?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he played for us, and we had to re-sign him this year. So yeah.
I thought I read he wanted less than they would do. Maybe it was more than they
It's
would
probably
do.
the role. I bet he'll be playing more in Atlanta.
Yeah,
Whatever.
because they're going to be punting a lot. That's all we got, right?
Yeah.
Any more? This is good. It feels good to be back in the swing.
We're almost there.
About 2 weeks, we'll go again, and we'll do camp. Camp is fun.
Oh,
gotta figure out when
the what do they call the drill?
7 shots.
7 shots.
Yep.
Shoot, I got
That's
video
awesome.
of that.
Yeah. All right. Well, Smo have it out.
Yeah, we'll get it out
Okay.
tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow morning. But folks will hear it. We'll be back
let us
for
know.
camp, and we've got preseason starting before you
All
know
right.
it.
All
And
right,
a
boys.
Quick plug, real
Okay.
quick. Don't forget about us on Instagram, Steelers_observers.
Yeah.
We'll be posting.
Give us some
updates
topics.
there.
We struggle with topics. We'd come back more if we had topics. Tell us what you want to
let
hear
us know.
about.
Yeah, let us know what you want to hear.
I know we got fantasy coming up, dude. What are we gonna do about fantasy? People love that shit, and I suck at it. And
Yeah, I'm terrible.
you're good, dude. You're always in it. We need a fantasy guy. If you're a fantasy guy, hit us up. We'll have you on every week. You give us the sleepers. We need a fantasy guy.
Pause. Yeah.
Oh, that was pause. All right. Goodbye.
Observers out.